remember when Amanda first came to Johannesburg, when she came to play for University of Johannesburg. Number one, she didn't have a place to stay. And she used to walk from Bunting Road all the way to somewhere on the other side of Brixton, where she stayed.
Now, at a club level, Amanda played for the Durban Ladies and the University of Johannesburg. She made her debut for the senior national team in 2007 in an Olympic qualifier against Nigeria. Went on to score her first international goal against the Netherlands and was the top goal scorer for the 2008 Salso Women's League. Amanda, from Young Kellys, you then moved to Durban Ladies. That transition?
It was a very difficult transition.
Because
yeah, but also just leaving my family behind. I think akujwayelekile ukuthi emakhaya or anywhere else kube intombazane ephuma iyophanda. Maybe if I can put it that way. Normally abafana. So for me it was something very strange to everyone. To myself also, because I'm very, very shy person, and I didn't like the idea that I'd have to start afresh, make new friends, a new environment. So for me, it was very difficult. But because I had relatives eThekwini, it was so much easier. I stayed at my cousin's house, but also then again, there I am in an all-girls team. I thought that I was the best because I had that advantage of playing with the boys. I was much stronger. But I realized that, you know what, I still have a lot of learning to do. There were much talented girls, good Durban Ladies. When I saw Veronica Pair, I almost fell on the ground because I'd only seen her on TV, and there I was alongside her, playing with her, like also the likes of Nandi Pamlomo, Oneli Kele. Those are the big names of Banyana back in the day. So for me, I just thought to myself, you know what, I have to prove myself. I want to play at the end of the day. And I moved from Ehading, left my family behind, and therefore there's no other way but I have to make it work.
Durban Ladies comes in, but then you make another trip to the City of Gold. But this time around is because of your studies. You came in to study at the University of Johannesburg in transport management, but then also you became part of the ladies team there.
Yeah, and you know, the story behind UJ is quite funny because back in high school at Clearwood Secondary, two friends of mine, we had decided, you know what, let's apply in Joburg. We've never been to Joburg, so we want to all go study in Joburg as friends. So I thought to myself, you know what, maybe that's good because then I have people that I can trust. Let's go. So apply again back then, I'm a CEO, and when the responses came, okay, you've been accepted at UJ, you can study. And my friends, oh no, we decided not to go there anymore, so sala like And there I was in Joburg, like Umonde says, all alone, with no place to stay. And I had to make meet, you know, and I thought to myself, okay, now that I'm here, there's no other way. I need to find where I can play football, and the University of Johannesburg provided that. And because they realized the potential that I had, they offered me a sports bursary, and I guess everything looked brighter at that point.
With all that hard work, fast forward to 2007, you get called up to the national team. Tell us about that moment, because I remember you saying that playing for the national team has been something that was your dream forever.
It had been something like a dream. And you know what happened when I got that call up? I almost declined. I almost declined the call up because I was so scared. I was very scared. I thought to myself, I'm not that good. But I realized that, you know what, if it is that I'm being called in, gushuguti koni potential ekon. So if I'd never know how good I am until I test myself with the best. So I decided, okay, let's go. Now I fall on the ground and die completely. But it was really exciting because then I said to myself, okay, I'm rubbing shoulders with the big guns, so I'm sure I'm also one of the best in the country. So therefore, I'll just have to own this and make sure that I make it work.
I'm sure Posha, there's a lot that you learned because you didn't just become a player for the national team, you also became a captain.
Yeah, that is the most craziest thing, was that Mangfiang 2007, and then 4 years or 3 years down the line, 2010 and 2011, I'm now the captain of the same people I admired. And for me, that really message I must never ever underestimate myself ever again. Because yes, I mean, I might not believe that, but sometimes you need people to see that potential in you. And I guess I just really worked hard. People always say, you're one of the best, and I tell them, no, I really work hard. You have talented players like Portia. Portia has a skill like for days. But for me, I don't have that, but I know that I work hard and make sure that I run hard below 90 minutes. And I think hence the coaches believed in me for leadership, and that was just a blessing on its own, because like I said previously, I was very shy. I lacked a lot of self-esteem, but when I got that role and position as a captain, it really unleashed something that I never knew I had, and I embraced it. And to the coaches, Coach Mkonza, who believed in me, I really want to thank them for that, because they really unleashed and just found something deeper within me that I didn't think I had.
Coach Mkonza was speaking at the media conference when Sasso was renewing this, and he was speaking much about you as well, or the players at the time as well. If you had to compare the lessons, Usadlala, Durban ladies, young Kellys, from just that amateur time to pro, there's different lessons that you picked up from those. Would you be able to differentiate?
At amateur, I think leaving home, in a sense that at times you will have to move out of your comfort zone to go out for what it is that you want, whether it's in sports or whichever field that you're in. So for me, that was a lesson learned, that as shy as I was, low self-esteem, I was able to be strong enough at that point in time, I don't know where I got the strength from, to say that I'm going to make this work. And that transition from Durban to Johannesburg, the city of gold, there's so many ideas in Joburg. It's important that you stay true to what you know and what you believe in. And if it is and concentrate with football, I probably would have been doing other things. So you have to stay true to what it is that you believe in and what you're working towards. And then that transition also from UJ to Ibanyana now, being a leader. Like I say, sometimes you won't believe in yourself, but there are people who will be able to just really unleash that potential that you never thought you had. And it's good to have those people around, so it's important that you have positive people around you. So those are some of the lessons that I really learned, apart from the dedication, just the hard work that you have to put in to get to that level, because it doesn't come on its own, believe me. But from 2007 to 2010, you won't believe it. For those 3 years, I never started a single game. So that persistence, also that resilience, I think is something that you have to have heart in football. So those are just some of the lessons I think I take pride in.
2012, you give up the captaincy to start your foundation, but slow conversations will come after the break. Now, Amanda became the 5th female football player to win 100 caps for South Africa following a friendly match against the United States in July 2016, following Janine van Wyk, Nompumelelo Nyandeni, Portia Modisa, and Noko Matlo. Prior to the game, she said it had always been her dream to play for the national team, and she has never wanted to do anything else but play football. She is today because of the game. The same game that has provided a platform for her to give back to the game through her foundation. After the break.
Good memories that I had with her was when we went to the World Student Games in China. I didn't know that Amanda can pray. and then she's a very devoted somebody who believes that the Almighty has granted her the abilities of what she can do even today.